Hey there, Pipers. Still drinking. This is a quick VR to, well, probably not so quick, VR to Joffrey the Giant. A little housekeeping. Smoking my Bruno Robalo, my Portuguese pipe maker pipe with a little Frog Morton cellar in it. Just did a quick first impression. I like how it smells coming out my nose. I don't like how it feels and tastes on my tongue. But it could have been something I ate, so I'm gonna give it another go in a little bit. Anyway, Joffrey the Giant was inquiring. He was gonna do a VR to his sister. I think somebody had, either she had posed the question or she had asked him, I'm not too sure, but she was wondering, what is 10 things that your son should know? And so he in turn had kind of asked us, 10 things your boys should know. And you know, I actually thought about this a lot, thinking about having kids, you know, what I would like them to know growing up. It's actually a question that I had discussed with my wife, you know, boy or girl actually, but you know, of course it would be different if it was a boy or a girl. I guess it's kind of broken up into what they should know and then what I would like them to know. A couple of things that they should know that I think is very important. How to drive, not only just how to drive, but how to drive with confidence, and how to drive correctly, and how to drive stick, and how to operate machinery. So just having a very good driving skill. I was actually kind of lucky. I was driving since, I don't know, for a very long time. We've always had a farm, always had equipment, had to learn how to drive it. So you kind of learn, kind of just tossed in there from a very young age, how to drive. So, you know, worked your way up. I have backhoes, tractors, you know, lawnmowers, golf carts, forklifts, just any kind of machinery. So that's why I kind of liked when I was growing up with my niece. I would always have her drive the golf cart when we were golfing, and on the farm too, we had a golf cart to kind of give her an idea of spacing, turning, just all that stuff. So driving correctly, driving stick. I think that's a lost art. You don't have to buy a standard, but I think every boy should know how to drive one. The next would be finances. How to balance a fucking checkbook. A credit card is a revolving line of credit, and it is the fucking devil. Treat it accordingly. You know, all that stuff that falls under finances. How to manage, you know, your wallet, aside from looking at your checking account and swiping your check card, which is also fucking the devil, because if you don't balance your checkbook, you don't know what your correct balance is, you know, if you have stuff outstanding. So finances. Third, agriculture. I mean, I'm going to kind of sum it up, group it up. Survival, well, I'll group agriculture. How to grow shit. How to tend livestock. Even if it's just a puppy or a kitten, like all the stages of it, you know. So if you end up finding a stray, you know that, you know, if you're trying to nurse it, they don't know how to go to the bathroom. But, you know, if it's a baby stray, you know, like my niece had come across a kitten. And in one of my videos, you heard it kind of meowing, but they were feeding it, but they didn't realize that they don't know how to use the bathroom by themselves yet. So you have to stimulate that. Stuff like that. I find it common knowledge because I grew up around that stuff. So I would kind of like my son to be, you know, agriculture, growing stuff. You know, get out in the fucking yard, plant something. What do you need to make it grow? You know, sunlight, water, not too much. You know, all this and that. That's 3, right? I think 4 would be survival. The anatomy of animals, so that if you ever need to hunt, you know, if the boats stop coming for some reason, if some fucking apocalypse happens, You know how to hunt. You know how to skin. You know where the fucking, so the animal doesn't suffer. You make it quick. All that stuff. Respect. Everything that comes with that. Learning how to tie knots. Making a fire. Even if it is with a lighter, or having some kind of a flint and tinder. Something, If you can learn how to do the fucking rubbing the sticks thing, which honestly I've seen it. I know the basics of it, but I've never had to do it myself. But it's something that I look forward to learning. Boy Scouts, 4-H, all that crap. Learning how to cook stuff on a coffee or a tuna can, all that crap. So get them into some kind of youth group like that, 4-H, Boy Scouts. Learn the basics. 5, respect the ladies. Pretty straightforward. Being a gentleman. Trying to, kind of grouping that together. Try to teach somebody how to be a gentleman, a host, how to make somebody else feel comfortable, especially if you're in your environment, how to be a gracious host and a gentleman, and, open doors and please and thank you. Learning a little bit of discipline, which I'll get to in another point of mine. But that kind of encompassing all of that. So I don't know if that is 5, but I think that's 5. So 6, discipline. I would say they should learn a martial arts. Not having to be proficient at it, but I think if I had a boy, there would be a little bit of activity to get them active. I would choose martial arts, but if they wanted football, basketball, something that teaches you discipline, sportsmanship, humility. I know you strive to be the best, but at the end of the game, you dial that competitiveness down. You congratulate your opponent if he's a worthy opponent, and just take it with a bit of fucking humility. And I think something like that, and also being active, promotes a healthy lifestyle. I think that was 6. So 7 would be learning how to play a musical instrument, also discipline. I think they should learn how to play something. It doesn't have to be anything special, and they might hate you for it, and they might only do it, until they leave your roof. But that's something that I think that they should at least kind of dabble in, a musical instrument, whatever that is, whatever that may be, piano, flute, fucking harp, violin, whatever. They want to play jazz, flute. Have your kid active in PE and band. I think would be really cool. Learn how to play the drums, man. Tommy Lee, right? He gets some chicks. What was the other one? Oh, dance. I would, it probably would be something I wouldn't send them to class for, but, my wife, I had to kind of talk to her, and I wanted to help the boy how to dance, or at least have a little bit of rhythm, maybe if he doesn't pick it up from his other activities, but definitely have them, if they're not enrolled in anything, learn how to fucking dance. Just being comfortable with yourself, I think that teaches you confidence and respect for the ladies, if you haven't picked that up, in your other teachings. I don't even know how many that's been yet, or how many that's been already, but what was it? What else was there? I wish I had wrote them down. Oh, with the whole surviving and hunting through marksmanship, I'm pretty sure I didn't mention that, it doesn't have to be a 30-30 or 40-06 or anything like that, but, learn how to plink, grab a 22, that's all you really need. If you can even get that, get a long rifle. Oh, I know, another one. I also wanted to teach a second language to our child, whatever sex they may be. I would love to pick a language that's a part of our ethnicity. So either Hawaiian, which is, I would think, very tough. Portuguese, which might be kind of tough, or Spanish. I think, learning another language, that'd be up there on the list. I'm not exactly sure how many that is, but I think that's my complete list that I could come up with. Of course, your child's going to be fighting you, kicking and screaming on some of them, because they'd rather stay home and watch TV or play video games, or not go outside and just veg in the house, that kind of stuff. Growing up, I didn't get to do that too much. We always had chores on the farm, and I kind of, as a kid growing up, I'm like, man, I kind of like was envious of all the other kids because of what they got to do. But now that I look back on it, the stuff I got to do, I got to travel, I got to go to all kinds of different states for free, for the 4-H program. Utah, Colorado, Arizona, California. Got to go like Knott's Berry Farm, Great America, before it got all messed up, Disneyland, all because of 4-H and that youth group. I didn't have my weekends, but oh damn! And now the pump turns off, and you can actually hear me good now. Yeah, so they might be regretting having all that activity to do, but I think in the long run they'll appreciate it. My senior year in high school, I had stopped being active and just continued my not so healthy lifestyle of a teenager, and I just blew up. Stopped playing football, sports, stopped riding horse. Yeah, so if anything, just keep them active. Get them to do something. Keep them out of trouble, as us boys like to get into. But you gotta let them get into a little bit of trouble. At least the stuff, as long as you don't find out about it, it's all good. Thank you for joining me for this long ramble. Those are the things I think a boy should know. Stay smoky, my friends.